Hi, welcome back. Today is Tuesday, and today we got another Tip Tuesday for you. So today we're going to discuss 3 mistakes that sellers should avoid making when listing your home to sell. Number 1 is not preparing your home for the market. Number 2, not hiring a licensed realtor to represent you in the sale. Number 3 is not disclosing pertinent information to the buyer. Let's start with number 1, preparing your home for the market. When we're showing property to prospective buyers, we get the feedback, we hear their concerns, so we know what buyers don't like to see. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you declutter, depersonalize your space. Buyers have a tendency to want to come in and want to know who's living there, so they like to look at pictures on the wall just to kind of get a feel of who the seller is. So take down your personal photos. Replace those photos with something neutral. At this point, you're moving anyway, so pack up all the non-essential items. Also, make sure you do a really good sales clean. That's what I call it, is a sales clean, because you're preparing to sell. So you want to have the windows washed. You would be amazed at what clean windows can do for a home. It just lets in so much light. And even if you're living there, you can stage your home. If you don't hire us that stage your home for free, and you don't hire a realtor that does professional staging, you can still prepare it in a way that it appeals to buyers. Staging your home to sell is different than staging your home to live in. So you want to make sure there's clean lines, doorways are not obstructed, that when a buyer comes in the front door, they have a really clean site. And we actually have some really good videos, Tip Tuesdays, that talk about staging your home. But the last thing about preparing your home is don't use cell phone photos. Hire a professional photographer. It just makes a world of difference. Now that we've gone through COVID, buyers are looking at the homes online. 95% of the marketing is done online. And that is the first representation of your home to the public. So if your real estate agent doesn't want to pay for professional photos, either 1, pay for them yourself, or 2, hire another realtor. So number 2, not hiring a licensed real estate agent to represent you. A lot of people, especially in this demanding market, want to get the most they can for their investment, which I totally get, but it's really important to have representation. There's several reasons, and I'll just name a few. One of the most important is legality. You know, as a seller, you are obligated to provide the buyer with certain disclosures and certain forms that you might not otherwise have access to. Number 2, negotiations. You really want to have a strong negotiator in your court. You might think you're saving money by listing the property without a representative, but actually it could end up costing you money. And another reason is realtors are trained to market and to create the most exposure that they possibly can for a property, which creates a higher demand. So number 3, failing to disclose. You just don't want to be in a position where you close escrow and the buyer finds something out that you forgot to tell them. So what I like to do is sit down with my sellers, and there's some really important disclosures that a seller's required to provide to the buyer. I like to sit down and go over every little one of them and talk about it and have a conversation, because this will trigger memories, because maybe something happened 10 years ago and you can't remember. So it's really important to disclose. Did you know that one of the top 5 lawsuits in California is due to real estate transactions? You don't want to be in the mix of all this. It just causes anguish and anxiety, and it's just not a good thing. So my rule of thumb is, when in doubt, disclose. Thanks again for tuning in. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. If you'd like to get notified of these every Tuesday, please hit the bell notification and also subscribe to our channel. We're here to incite, empower, and educate. Make it a great day.